got you. Obviously, for us to be 4-0, it's a huge thing. And just keep winning one game at a time, and that's what's really important to us is making sure that we're staying on schedule, making sure we keep doing what we're doing. And it was a tough day today. It was a battle out there. It was it was a tough day just because it was so hot out there. We've been up in the Pacific Northwest, but um, you know, it was definitely guys just kept battling. We ran the ball really well. We threw the ball well. We had that one funky play, but other than that, we were pretty much lights out in all the things that we wanted to do, which is great.
Joe Fan.
Looks like some of them are frozen almost.
Russ, what can you say about Chris Carson? Had the kind of scary knee sprain last week, and then comes back this week, scores a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought Chris was really exceptional today. He had some unbelievable runs. He was physical. He made great plays. He caught the ball well. He's just been tremendous for us in so many different ways. And I think he's been on it since the moment he got back to Seattle. And he's a special player, and we're glad he's on our team. That's for sure.
Alex Butler.
Hi, Russ. Can you talk about DK? I mean, you live with him a little bit this offseason. Can you just talk about the connection, how you've built it, and where he fits in as in the past compared to some guys you've played with before? What kind of potential does this guy have?
I think that it says I'm muted now. I think there we go. I think DK's been great all year. First of all, he lived with me. I didn't live with him. I got those 3 kids at home, so he stayed in the crib. But no, I'm just messing with you. But we had a great time. Obviously, I think all the time that we got together and just spent together, it's shown up in so many different ways. He was exceptional once again today. He's been on his stuff. He's a special player. I'm glad he's on our team for sure. All of our receivers have been making plays, and he's definitely helping lead the pack in that sense.
Greg Bell.
Russ, what is it about David Moore making pretty ridiculous catches? And does it get to where you now know you can almost throw it anywhere and he's going to find a way to come down with it?
Yeah, he just knows how to make plays. I mean, he's got tremendous athleticism. He's one of the best athletes on our team. You saw the play that he ran, that little juke move he did, and then ran upfield, jumped over a guy. The play that he had, down the field where he, obviously the touchdown drive where, the headsets went out, and so we were rolling, and I was just calling plays, and I saw an opportunity to get the ball to, Demo, and sure enough, he wins the one-on-one matchup and makes a great play in the back corner of the end zone, which was pretty special.
The headset's coming out. I've been in Miami for 20 years, and this has been an issue. Did you prepare for that coming in, and which drive was that?
It was the drive that we, I hit Tyler across. We ran one, the first one. We hit Tyler across the field. Then I think DJ had a nice play, and then they were substituting, and I caught him in the substitute, and we went down the field and I hit Demo on the go ball. That was that drive. But I think that I'm always prepared for those moments. Yeah, obviously, just knowing the game plan, knowing the plays, being ready to call 2-minute situations, 2-minute plays, all that stuff. And I've kind of always been prepared in that sense. And Shadi and Austin and I always prepare. But just in general, I just know the game plan and know what we want to go and how we want to attack them and try to mix it up and try to keep the tempo going still and be versatile, still run it, still throw it, do it all, but get the ball down the field when we can.
Sorry to be on the eaches here, but it happened during the drive or before the drive, or did you know?
It happened on the first play. So the first play of the drive, it just went out. I couldn't hear anything. So then I just started calling the plays on those.
Bob Condota.
Yeah, Russell, I was actually going to ask you about that, but is that something that you're way more prepared to deal with now, just being in your 9th year in the NFL? When something like that happens and you just sort of take control of yourself on the field?
I mean, yeah, I definitely think so. But I think that the reality is that I've kind of always, called a lot of 2-minute situations, 2-minute plays and stuff like that, at halves and into the games. But I think in those situations when headsets go out, you don't freak out. You just know, what we want to do and how we want to attack them, and you go do it. So, I have great confidence in calling plays, obviously. Obviously Shadi has done a tremendous job all year, which has been awesome. And so it's we have that great relationship in that way. So if something goes wrong, he doesn't worry. Nobody stresses out. we know we're going to get the ball down the field, running it and throwing it and doing all the things that we want to do and mixing it up, and that's what we were able to do on that drive. And then obviously we catch them, rotating and everything else, and go throw a touchdown. So it was a great drive in that sense that we were, on our stuff, dialed in, and there's never any panic there. But yes, definitely in year 9, you know so much of the game, and you know so much of what they're trying to do and how they're trying to disguise and all that stuff, and just take advantage of the looks.
Art Teal.
Russ, the drive right before the half, very little time. What went into making that drive work?
Well, the drive right before the half, we wanted to have one positive play. Once we had that one to Greg, which made a great catch on that, we just kept the tempo going, and I kind of scampered outside the pocket. Wasn't supposed to set up that way, but I did just because of how the rush was. So I got outside the pocket and kind of looked inside and kind of looked him off, and the next thing I knew Demo was running down the field. So we threw the ball deep down the field to him. He made a great play. Gets all the way down to whatever yard line he was on. We went up tempo. They called timeout. We forced their timeout, and then we got in that situation, and we hit Greg. We knew we had one more timeout, and then it was 6 seconds left on the clock. So we tried to take a look into the end zone. It wasn't there right away, and we've done that drill so many times, just practicing on different things and different ways of doing different plays and all that kind of stuff. On that particular play, they took my first read away. Didn't panic, just boom, knew the clock was running down, and just tried to whistle it into Homer, which he made a great play, his first touchdown. So that was huge for Homer to get his first NFL touchdown, which is pretty special. So that was awesome. That was a huge touchdown. And we only had 28 seconds left on the clock. So for us to be able to make those plays like that fast and be able to convert in those situations was really big for us.
Ben Arthur.
Russ, that 4th and 3 situation late in the second quarter, obviously you guys didn't get that, but then you come back and you get that scoring drive right before halftime, as you've been describing. Just how much of a gear does kind of this aggressive, play calling, aggressive offensive approach, how much does that kind of aggressiveness kind of open up everything that you kind of hope to do in this offense?
Well, I think that with the players that we have, from the running backs that we have, you saw obviously Chris Carson being one of the best running backs in the game. You have Homer, who scored his first touchdown, but has been great for us in every way as a teammate and as a player. You got DJ, Dallas, who gets the first time to get really getting in the game, in the mix, and he had some great plays today, coming back home, both with Homer and DJ coming back to Miami. But and then you think about all the receivers we have from Tyler to DK. DK had another 100-plus day. Tyler's been making plays for years, and David Moore and Swain had a couple great plays, and then obviously our tight ends. Disley made a couple, a nice catch or two, and then you have, Greg obviously just keeps showing up in crucial situations. Hollister has been. So when you have that versatility and everything else, and then with our line blocking as good as they block it, they're giving me enough time to make decisions and make all the throws. It's a credit to those guys up front, which creates all the opportunities, in those situations. And so that's why we have all the confidence in the world. And I think that we have some of the best players in the world, and I think that we want to be able to, utilize our guys that we have.
Last one for Russell, Curtis Crabtree.
Yeah, Russ, the pick that you did throw there, how bummed were you by that one that you just couldn't quite get that in there? And was it just being off balance, not being able to quite get enough on it?
Yeah, we almost had that one. I thought it was going to be a touchdown when I threw it. He made a good play on it. So that was the one bad play we had. Other than that, I thought it was a great day. And so it was a great game. We knew it was going to be a tough battle throughout the whole day, and just, we kept making plays, and, it's part of the game, it's just you keep shooting, and sure enough, we were able to make some huge plays when we needed to.
Thank you, Russ.
Okay, guys, go Hawks. See you guys at home.